Hey guys, it's me, Carly, coming at you with another video. And today I want to talk about Tyler Lockwood. This video is going to be defending him from his haters. And I felt the need to make this video because I feel like when people talk about character development, people will always say, oh, well, Damon Salvatore had character development. And I'm like, no, because people tell me that Tyler Lockwood had no character development, and that is not the case. Now, I will say season 1 Tyler was a jerk. I mean, he was a jerk. I mean, sure, part of it is because of his werewolf gene that he didn't know about but should have, which I thought was kind of a plot hole. But then again, this is TVD we're talking about, and it's full of plot holes. But anyways, on to my defense of Tyler Lockwood. You know, look, I know Tyler Lockwood was a jerk. He wasn't always the nicest guy, but when season 2 rolled around and he learned more about his werewolf gene, he became a nicer person, and he he has several moments of growth. For example, he tried to force himself on Vicky, and then Jeremy stopped him, but then he never did it again. And he also said, and people call him a rapist, but I was like, he's not a rapist. I mean, he had that one incident with Vicky, and he didn't rape her, but Jeremy stopped her, and then he had that moment with um, Vicky's mom, where he's like, I was really bad. I was such a dick to her. I I can't even make it. The worst thing is, I can't even make it right. I'm paraphrasing, by the way, but he said something along those lines. I don't even deserve to miss her. And which to me shows a sign of growth, because he doesn't, like, he sounds really remorseful. He doesn't do it again, and then he kisses Caroline, and Caroline's like, "No, please don't kiss me. Like, can everybody just stop kissing me?" And then so he doesn't hit on her. He apologizes, and he goes and dates other women. Well, not other. I mean, he goes and dates other girls like he's supposed to, and he moves on and he dates them consensually. Which, by the way, I'm going to be using the word consensually a lot because TVD doesn't really understand the concept. And then Caroline gets jealous, and he's like, "What are you getting mad at me for? You're the one who said you didn't want to." He's basically like, "Well, you said that I couldn't kiss you, and if you don't want me dating around, all you got to do is say something." And then it's like, well, if you don't say something, I'm going to keep dating, because he doesn't want to cross boundaries with Caroline, and he's trying not to go back to being the person he was, and he made an active choice to change. And it's like, well, Caroline's the one who's like, "No, don't kiss me." And then he doesn't kiss her and he doesn't pursue her until she gives the go ahead. And then when she kisses him, that's when they consensually have sex, because Caroline is the one who initiated the sex, not Tyler. Another thing, though, is that when he, and I really wish this was a story shown on screen, but I know it's called The Vampire Diaries, not The Werewolf Diaries. But another thing that is cool is that when he kind of starts to revert back to his old ways, but it's technically not within his control, because he's sired and enslaved by the sire bond, and he tries hard not to put anyone in danger, but he's kind of in this position where he's forced to put people in danger, and the sire bond takes away your ability to make good decisions. So I'm just like, okay then. And people do not have half the sympathy they do for Tyler as they do for Damon. And it just really bothers me because people are like, oh, but Tyler tried to have Jeremy killed. And then I'm like, Damon has tried to have Jeremy killed several times. And for what reason? And Damon flat out killed Jeremy because Elena told him no. And Tyler was pretty much forced and doing anything to please Klaus because he doesn't really have control. He doesn't really have control of his actions. He doesn't. But as Julie Plec defined, the sire bond is the illusion of free will. So Tyler really doesn't have free will. And the other issue I have with this argument is that, a lot of the issues I have with Tyler Lockwood arguments can all be applied to other characters. Oh, Tyler tried to kill a pregnant woman. And I'm like, yeah, but that pregnant woman was Haley. And no, I don't believe that Tyler Lockwood should try and kill a baby. However, knowing what Klaus has done to other werewolves in the past, making them hybrids and enslaving people, Tyler was justified in thinking that the Klaus's baby, Hope, would be used to make other hybrids and become enslaved to Klaus all over again. So I understand his motives, but I also don't agree with him trying to kill an innocent child. And also, he tried to kill Haley, which is totally reasonable because she's the one who turned around, betrayed Tyler, and then we're all just supposed to be like, what is Tyler Lockwood supposed to do? Sit on his hands? Is he just supposed to sit around on his ass, mourn, and just become a drinker? Like, I know drinking bourbon's a lot. They drink bourbon a lot on the show, but is he just supposed to sit around and drink bourbon and be like, oh, I'm brooding, I'm sad? No, I mean, if you help get my mom killed and help kill my friends that I've helped and that you said you were helping, you get someone to do that and you conspire and successfully murder my friends and my mom, yeah, I'm probably gonna come after you too. I mean, it's not unreasonable for Tyler to go after Haley. And it's like, oh, but he tried to harm a pregnant woman. He tried killing a pregnant woman. And then I'm like, yeah, Damon killed a pregnant woman. And for what reason? Oh, right, because he was bored and sad. And Stefan continually put up boundaries for Damon. And all Damon has done is violate those boundaries. He consistently has crossed boundaries. And you know what? Tyler has done a lot of good things. Like, he helped a bunch of hybrids become unsired from Klaus. He's tried to kill Klaus, and people always say it's like, but Tyler got more concerned with revenge over Caroline, and it's as if Klaus didn't have anything to do with that. I mean, Klaus is the one who enslaved Tyler, started hitting on Caroline. Klaus is the one who tried to move in on Caroline, pretty much slept with Caroline, and then Tyler doesn't have a right to feel some type of way. And that's the other thing. It's like, everybody says that a lot of Tyler haters will say, oh, Tyler slut-shamed Caroline, and I'm like, no, because if what Tyler did was slut-shame Caroline, if he did do that, then in that case, I wish more people would slut-shame Elena, because look who she's sleeping with. And I'm like, the writers after season 2 really had no idea what to do with Tyler's character, because I'm like, he could have a whole plot revolving around how he's helping. I would have rather seen Tyler in the Appalachian Mountains break his bones. I would have rather seen him um, help other packs of hybrids and see how he would run a pack of hybrids rather than just, oh, I'm a hybrid, I'm enslaved, I helped all these other hybrids. Oh, Klaus came and killed my pack and my mom, and then now I'm stripped of my hybrid powers and whatnot, and now I gotta. And I'm like, Tyler, you did not have to be treated this way. And I just don't like the lack of empathy because Tyler was a high school bully, but he doesn't have a history of terrorizing the group of friends the way Damon does. And also, he did try and help Matt when Nadia was compelling him to do things, and he was trying to help, and he tried to help a whole bunch of other people. He's the one who tried to help. He's the one who helped set Elena free when Klaus was draining her of her blood. And people will overlook the good things Tyler has done for people in order to say, like, oh, he's never changed, he's never developed as a character, he's just this terrible person. And I'm like, yes, does Tyler have a temper? Absolutely. Does he is he abusive? No, I don't think he's abusive. I just think that he has an angry temper. I don't agree with him wolfing out on Caroline when she tried to explain to him why she slept with Klaus. And it's like, Caroline, girl, what are you trying to explain to Tyler? That you freaking slept with his abuser. And he doesn't have a right to get angry with you and doesn't have a right to feel uncomfortable around you. I mean, you of all people should understand, considering your friend Elena is sleeping with your abuser and continues to date your abuser, but like, you, out of every single person, out of all the people who could empathize with Tyler, sorry, tripping over my words, Caroline is the one who should be able to do that. And like I said, Tyler is just kind of there, but at least with the short amount of time he is on screen, he does have character development. He has the development people say Damon had. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I will defend Tyler with my dying breath. This lighting makes me look super pale. And if you guys have anything to add on Tyler Lockwood, let me know. Please keep your comments respectful. If you agree or disagree, let me know. And have a nice day. Bye.